Test, test. Oh, damn it. I just did it. Don't do that. No music. Or first pick. 10-9-5 is just always safe, I think, on this board. About it. I won't even think about it. I still have the premium music, right? Or did I lose that feature? I might have lost it. Are you going to play? You say you're playing, but I don't believe it because I hear no music coming out. So that makes me think the audio settings are skewed. Look at this. Mm, yeah, everything else is disabled, so I don't know where this sound is coming from if it's saying that it's coming out. It sure as heck ain't out of the well, I don't know what that did, but might have fixed it. Possibly. Possibly. Try to see what it sounds like on there. Try to see what it sounds like on there. Test. Test, test. Test. Interesting. So I'll have to work on the mic because the fan is super loud in the room. There you go. Probably adjust it so that the microphone is directly to my face, or remove some of the filters that are causing it to get quiet. Generally, I would say this is okay. That's my screen bugs out. Oh, we got Vega in another game. Catan vibes is what he says. Aww. cute. That's super cute. See if I can switch this music. Usually people prefer like this kind of music instead, which is like, whatever, it's cool. I'm not sure what I'm going to end up with on the way back. Black is likely to place on 12 11s, or 12-3-6 here, I'd imagine. Possibly go for the wood port. But I mean, that leaves us 11, what, 11-4-3 cut? Probably do 11-4-3, 9-11 is probably better. Speaking in terms of value, double up on the wheat. It's not terrible. I could see it working. I mean, that's the problem, though, with 9-5-10 opening setups. They're not amazing. But, hey, if I'm last and I have the option to do this, I'll do it. I think that'll be somewhat decent, provided I can get on the 10 up here. So let's start the game off with a offer for a brick. It's unlikely to go through, but try. Three to one's going to be vital, but Woodport's going to be nice too, because it kind of empties our hand of unpleasant cards that we don't need. Getting these bricks and initial wheat is going to be very hard to push, though. Because that's like not a great position to be in, where white dominates everything except ore, and we desperately need their brick and wheat, so that forces us to give them generous trades. Because you don't want to be that guy ever in the game who are loosely trading ore, but at the same time you also need to keep in mind that you need to progress your own game by means of getting ports and such. So, just something to keep in mind and consider as the game goes through here. I guess Red's idea is maybe Brickport with 6-2. It's not a terrible idea. I'm going to be concerned about White. Obviously, 3-1 plus Sheepport is a pretty deadly combo for them. Their main weakness, like I said, is going to be no ore access, but possibly exploitable, possibly not. Brick trades, wheat trades, they're going to be so rare and so valuable on this table. And that's why this 10 expansion is so important. for actually both players. But he ends up just giving him the road settle to white, which is a really punishing play. This is definitely looking like white early lead here. Very strong lead, actually. Nobody has wheat, my friend. Nobody has brick either. We have the same junky cards. And that's kind of the strength of white's setup, is that with coordinated sixes, you don't even necessarily need the table's help with much of anything. And they can be as greedy as they want with their brick and wheat, because nobody else really makes it. And now, as you can see, 2 ores are being offered for a wheat. So white is going to get some very loose trades to drop the city, which will put them in a very dominant position. And it's almost terribly unfortunate that I might have to actually 4-1 this just to make any progress. I think we 4-1 pop. Okay. First up, we pull mono. Not terrible. Our game's going to come down to how quickly we can get built on this 10. Because we cannot be passing with stuck hands. And that's kind of, again, where the strength comes from white's setup. There's basically never going to be any traded wheat on this board. So the fact that it's the 2 I disregard, and the fact that the 10 is on 2 hexes from every player, it basically means that a wheat is never traded. I really hope black can at least contest the sheep port, because we can't let white get 3 unique ports. That is going to be like really devastating for the table. In the same context that red can very easily challenge me. Ooh, where does he decide to put this? If I'm white, I probably don't want to block the ore, actually, because it's loosely traded. Yep, hitting the 10 just makes sense. He doesn't need my cards, but at the same time, like, I'd probably steal from red for a brick, right? This brick is more rare at this point. Probably drops the road here. Could even drop the road here, though. You're just so flexible in white's position. It's really nice. Go. Oh my goodness, offering 3 cards for elite. The approximate wage for playing a game on the Freehawks community server is apparently $1 per hour. I don't know how he got that calculation. And why he calculated that, but we're going to hold this mono for as long as we can, but I am notorious for waiting too long on monopolies. But But again, this is where the problem comes into play. With this port being contested. I don't even want to offer Vega for a wheat because it's just like too strong. But at the same time, my hand is just completely stuck. I mean, this is effectively the same thing, which is the problem. Like, I give my wood away, but then I have to use it to pop. Oh my god. That's not what you want to see. First two does 2 monos, because that means I have to play an aggro mono. Ah. I know, like, players would literally kill for a Monopoly, but generally it puts too much pressure on someone. Both in the table sense and in the pressure sense as a player. Like, in this position, I'd probably rather have the opposite. Especially when you make no brick. Because he's going to settle here, and then we just lose to white. There's not even, like, stopping. Because you can't even hit, like... You only have one robber, right? It's kind of tricky. Figuring out a spot to hit, spot to block. Imagine me using a Monopoly to get a single city. That sounds like... Why is my phone just not charging? It's not holding a charge at all. It's kind of concerning, actually. Considering it's a frickin' 15 Pro Max. Try to get this unplugged while white passes. I know it's a Samsung charger, so sometimes the compatibility can have something to do with that, but it's a little concerning. Charging port may not already be broken. Fucked up if that's the case. Oh, there you go. Try to charge my phone again. That's Apple saying, you're using a Samsung charger. We don't want you to use that on a phone, so we're going to break your phone and force you to buy insurance. Generally, that could be a big problem if that's the case. Oh, man, we are not getting anywhere right now. Which is crazy because our numbers aren't even that bad. We're just not hitting. It's a pretty consistent setup. But now I'm going to lose my 3-1. I'd hope that he'd go for the break, but he might. It makes more sense for him to go 3-1. Which is unfortunate, because that means we likely have to rely on this 3-1 via road builder, which is not something to do. But, oh no. I appreciate it, right? I mean, the brick port is also very strong for them, but the thing is, there's going to come a time where they need to use the 3-1. 3-1s, especially in auto matches, they're one of the strongest ports because they give you the most flexibility. And he knows I'm a guaranteed orc luck. He's counting. I think he's trying to prioritize the settlement. Because after the settle on 8-3, it just becomes really hard to stop white. There's a lot of wheat now on the table, but obviously nothing to progress with as of now. If I had another ore, I might have just monoed the wheat just for the one city. Because there's nothing worse than letting the game progress with 2 settlements and that's it. Like, I need my game to start picking up. I've done no action other than double bomb. And again, I'm not too sure why that is. Yeah. Wrap it up and call it a day, good sir. I'll probably snap on this trade, even though I don't really need it. There's no downplaying your position. This is a very rough spot because I don't even want to pop a dev, even though like now the table is very much aware that white is lead. It doesn't even make sense to buy a dev card unless you can guarantee a point out of it. So I'm actually just gonna hold. It sounds silly, but you need a city at this point of the game. Like I've not boosted my production at all. And ideally he hits he's probably gonna put on the 6-4, but ideally he would hit 6 brick here. Okay, I'm not even gonna say anything. We have the same idea. Just I'm being left in the dust. Problem is, though, is that the 8 is an appealing block now, even though that predominantly hurts black as opposed to white, because black doesn't have a port. So white is very much crushing. So I don't know why he's the steal there. We haven't picked up a card. That is so crazy. And that's the hard part, too, is that red could very easily road settle. But black can also double back here with 2 roads. So it doesn't make too much sense. Yep, so there goes this board. Gun grab. Gun again grab. I really hope red doesn't come. Thank you, red. Red showed me mercy, so we shall show red mercy. Even though it makes sense for red. Yep, road settles naturally in him. That is so disgusting. I really need a brick, but oh, come on, Colonist. The stupid spacebar makes you auto pass. If I 7, I'm gonna get pissed. I was trying to ask for a trade for a settlement, and then it just passed my turn. There has to be a way to turn that off. How do you turn this off? That is so terrible. Who has spacebar set to end turn in any game? The spacebar is the biggest button on my keyboard, man. Oh, dude. I need a city here, and if I 7, I'm going to be very upset. Red could very easily plow me if they wanted to. I'm just watching this timer go down. If a 10 rolls, I will mono. If nothing rolls, I just city. Yeah, I think I just have to city. I'm gonna city and then ask for a trade, so that way it doesn't happen to me again. Oh, that would have been so bad. That would have been so, so bad. Okay, city settle from red, possibly. Yeah, I don't think white's solo target anymore. But that's tough. Because now I'm basically waiting on a 10 to roll to hit a mono on, but I also need to settle on this board. Okay, and now they have an available settle piece, which is scary if I don't get this down. Like, I need to do too many things. The game has progressed for too much. Like, I need to settle here. I need to get army. It's like too many actions. If a 10 rolls, though, you bet I'm just monoing, inefficient or not. Or I can just 7 out. That works, too. It's like I don't know. I don't know what to do. This game has just not gone in my favor at all. I guess I can try to steal a card. Hold. Produce more cards from my 12. It's crazy. Black's pacing double play. In a perfect world, they had 10 hits on my card. He's saying you can change it. I mean, I can probably change the button, but I can't disable it. Like, when you use the spacebar to chat, if you miss the send a message, it'll skip your turn. What are we thinking about here, Broski? Alright. I gotta play a card. I mean, unfortunately, the thing is, I'm just holding onto my stuff for way too long. I need to get a 4-1 settled though with wheat. It's my predominant problem here. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna mono the brick. It's a douchey play for sure, but my issue is that if I wait too long, I am just completely stuck. So then I think I need to port this for a dev. Port this for a dev. And I can drop a road, depending on what I pull. I hate that so much. It's settlement pop, but the game is going too quick. And like red took the brick port, and the brick port is just so terrifying right now. At least I have extra brick from the Monopoly. But I don't know how we're gonna pace army here. The game has just gotten too fast. I might have to actually Monopoly a brick again, even though it's terrible just to use it defensively. It's just the issue here is whoever takes road, because all the points are established built on the board, is really, really strong. I mean, red's road cap is very limited, but they do have a window to win with 2 points. Be like City VP. I'm hoping he doesn't hit the 10 because I don't want to play my knight. Like, the 8 should be the hit. Yeah. I mean, I think it makes sense. Because White's game will escalate, like, a huge amount if they get a city down, but if they don't, then the tempo is pushed in Red's direction. They're opting to pop instead. So, a ton of wheat on the table. Unfortunately, not enough for me to play a Monopoly. And because I know I have the second Monopoly, I'm going to hold and just hope that we don't roll a 9 this orbit. But, yeah, I don't know. I need to get at least a city and a dev with the second mono, I think. Because I'm already losing army. I need this game to be extended as long as possible, which means that either white or black is going to have to end up holding road. Because red has already established 6 on the board. But the thing is, red cannot hold road long term. It's kind of skewed in that aspect. But now they can potentially, like I said, pull VP and city with 8. And then in our position, because we need the game to extend, ideally somebody just wastes cards on roads. And that means somebody else has to respond with roads as well. Trying to waste as many cards on the table as possible. But white is just opting to pop instead, which is really bad. Because that forces me here to possibly have to... Oh, I hate that so much. Is there a better play, though? I could mono the ore, but... I'm gonna have to pluck that out. And that's the problem. They're gonna be really mad at me for doing that, but my game is kind of just canned. That was a card. Miscounted a card. I'm not going to get a trade here. That's why I hate the Monopoly. I have to buy a dev. I have wood plucking. Well, here's the thing. I can dump my hand for another city. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Definitely a questionable play, but with the pacing this game is going, um, I need black to hold road here because that evens the stakes, and then I think it pushes in favor of white, but because there's no mono in play, it's hard to say. This is now a very even board. And I think going for a second city there is really aggressive as opposed to another dev, but it would be dev and road versus city. And because there's no monos in play, I feel like it's slightly better doing it this way. Because black needs a city, white needs a city. Red's road is cap, so they're going to have to BTT the rest of the points. This game likely goes to whoever gets army, is what I'm thinking. But, I don't know, that one knight could have definitely pushed the game to my favor. I'm just concerned about losing in production. Which I guess is kind of silly, but it's a reasonable fear. Because at this point, my game would be Army 8, Road Settle 9, City 10, or VP. That would be the quickest way that I would win. And that's the thing, too, is that Red can pace Army. They don't even need Road to win anymore. Yep, so Red's getting Army. That really, really sucks. Hopefully Vega can knight. But this is good. This is good news because white might be forced to pop instead of holding for a city. And because there's no monos left, we just have to basically put pressure on red. Potentially taking back. Taking back the... what am I doing? Potentially taking back army, even though they'll get it first. They probably have to put it on 10. Oh, that's so yucky. Because yeah, or did roll, so that makes sense. We're gonna have to see though if it's a VP. Because if it's a VP and then they get a knight this turn, the game gets super scary because they win with a city, which is essentially for them 8 plus 10. So that's why the 8 needs to be hit every single time. Hi Boop, what's up? Sorry, my mic's gonna sound a little funny. I moved to a new room, so I have to run fans and air because there's literally no sunlight and no air going in this room. It is budget soundproof, but it is essentially soundproof. And then now black is going double play as well. So yeah, this game looks like it's gonna go to whoever gets army. So I may regret not getting that knight earlier and going for second city, but I gotta try. Yep. So yeah, I think that was a huge mistake. But it would have been a single dev, and it's hard to say in retrospect because you wouldn't have known what you pulled. Technically, can they still get road? 1, 2, 3. No, I don't think they can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, they can still technically get road, I guess. No. Well, now I'm not concerned about road anymore. It's a matter of delaying red to take army off of them, which is not easy at all. Shut the hell up, Vega. I didn't even get a knight. Damn it! Oh, that is really bad. That is really, really bad that we didn't get a knight there. Oh my goodness. That is just a pull for red for a potential win if there's VPs left in the deck. Or a 9 plus 10 or a 8 plus 9 or a 10 plus or a 8 plus, yeah, there's a million roles for them. This is not good at all. I mean, Yop, we have to play them on knights. It's just a matter of if we can get the army away from red. Because we need a number to hit here. We need a 5 or a 10. 6 would also technically be okay. 5, 9, or 10, or 6. Ah! This is really bad. That's only a single dev. I'm gonna do this. That might have been a king-making trade. Okay, we win with army, but I think black might win with road. I think they have VPs, and I just gave them the win. Yeah, I think I just gave black the win. The 5, 7, and then 3 VPs? Did they just build 3 roads? I'll feel like an idiot, but you know what? If they have 3 out of 3 VPs when I have 2, good for them. I just need one more knight now, and we win. But that also means that white has to extend road, which they can't do. So black just wins with 3 roads now. That is crazy. We can also win with road settle, but because we make no brick, our easiest path to win is going to be another knight. So we need 2 points. Oh, this rush down is crazy. They just need to pop once, but I'm hoping the VPs are out at this point. But it doesn't matter, because any dev is good for them. Knight, they extend army. And then Vega, I don't know what Vega's devs are, because we know it's not mono. Both road builders out. Both Yops out. So the rest of the deck is VP Knights. So I'm actually really concerned then that I can't catch up on the army against red. Because you know they have a knight in hand. Go home, Vega says. Vega, and here's the problem though. Is it not true? You can call it manipulation, but here's the problem. If I can't get army, then I need to focus my priorities elsewhere. But that's terrible, because that means I have to build 2 points before red drops a single city. Yeah, I mean, you're capped on 9, brother. He can still do 3 this way and take it. Actually, if I drop a road here, then he can't take it anymore. Okay, they can laugh. They can laugh. They can laugh, but it's true. He can win with 3 roads. And then you move it to 10 when 8 is his winning roll. Like, red's only possible dev card is a knight. Vega has at least one VP. Possibly two. And that's the dev deck. You cannot count road, he says. Cannot count what? Is one road not win for black? You I'm so confused. I'm so confused, man. Like, why do you want to give away your only chance at the game? Lose road then, I don't care. Black builds one road and you're locked out. If you build two between and I build one on the left, we lock him out. He has two VPs. Yeah, obviously you don't care. If you're trying to play this game competitively with the intent of extending, the correct sequence is to hit the 8, build 2 roads between, and force me to build 1 road to the left. But he wants to cry, so I'll let him cry. Because now white is locked out of the game with 1 road by black, and they go to 9. Black has 2 VPs and another knight. So they go to 9 points with 1 road, and they need a city. So it's a city battle between red and black, and white is out of the game. So call me a child and say you don't like being told what to do, but what I told you to do was the only chance you had at winning the game. So I guess you can cry then. Oh, look who was right. And now look who's stuck on 6 points with no chance to win. How does white win now, ladies and gentlemen? White needs 3 cities and a settlement. That is their only way they can win this game. But he wants to call me a child for calling out this blatantly obvious play. And then he defends the road, which is correct because I can break it by doing 2 road settlement. See, black knows what he's talking about. So now this is leaning towards red's game only because black has to get a city without a lot of production, and red has a million quadrillion ways to get points, and we have no knights left to pin them. This was just poorly played by white. Yeah, you disconnect, Vega. Go home. Go cry. We can win this game. We need to roll into a city settle. It's the quickest way. Assuming no king making stuff is performed and no 7 outs, we can win this turn. Yeah. City, right? And then, I mean, we can't win though, is the problem. I didn't have enough pieces. I'm gonna port for a brick. Port for a wheat and hold. Red just builds a city here and we lose. Unless there's a 7. Oh, he just unblocks the 8, which is a guaranteed winning roll. I love it. Good game. That's a city, I think, for red. Could have been a competitive game. The 10 not rolling sucked, though, for sure. Yeah, so, I don't know, 1 extra dev would have been helpful. I think it might have made the difference between win or loss there. But I don't appreciate the comments made by White, because I correctly called the play here. Which, interestingly enough, that would have skewed it even further. But when you roll this many 8s with Brickport, it's kind of hard to stop. A single 4 would have pushed our hands to incredible limits, but never happened. Unfortunate. It's all about verbiage, right? You can tell someone to do something, but if they don't do it, then kind of SOL. And yes, like, black getting a city is almost impossible, but if white builds 2 roads, then they can at least have a chance. Yeah, it's ranked. I don't play anything other than ranked, unless it's KOC. KOC is probably not going to do another PL for a while, though. That was a tough loss, because I think I should have popped instead of second city. But when your choice is 1 road and 1 dev versus 1 city and 1 road, well, because it could have pushed army in our favor in that other game. Because all the devs got bought out. I think that mistake just, yeah, it just screwed us. And Shriek gets to place the settlement there on the 6-4-3. I don't like 9-5-10 in first on generally any board, because it forces you to play low production, but I'm actually thinking of a scenario where I might end up with 9-4-2 to the 6-2, which is kind of a goofy setup. But, as always, your outs are going to be on the coast. Sheep is actually surprisingly rare on this board. Kind of makes you think, like, you could go 9-5-10, get the starting road to the wood port, but you're not going to have too much wood to port with double fours. Double sixes, double eights is really interesting because there's going to be a lack of one resource or an abundance of the other. So this would kind of be a board to watch out for, like, exploitive trades. Interesting. Starts with the road to propose the 8-4 cut. Now, I don't know if that's going to proceed because it forces red to respond with 9-4-2 or 9-4-11. Yeah, I don't understand that play made by Orange. Because there's 2 free road spots. Well, if you're taking 9-4-11... Oh, he's going to take the 8-4. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Blue. Take the 8-4. Take the 8-4. He says, I'm so sorry. I gotta do this. Do it. Do it! Yes! Yeah, he has an 11 brick, man. You don't know. Brickport is so good with 11. So it's so weird, because when you're on low elo on Colonist Auto, people will take 5 resource setups even if it's trash. I've noticed this so many times. That is so hilarious. That is so hilarious. I'm so sorry. That's too funny to me. Yeah, but the thing is, red could have just taken a free road, man. That doesn't make sense. Oh, jeez. That's funny, because now when red places, I get this basically the whole bottom of the board. They're now actually probably forced into the 8-10, I think. Which leaves me this whole center to play with. Someone stop green from the sheep port. Hmm. Who is the greater fool now? You should have expected the 5 resource play, man. That's textbook play. I'm really confused now on what red is thinking. Because blue probably is going to get 6-11-12. I don't want that garbage. I will take 9-4-2 to 6-2 if it's available. Because I think sheepport is playable. But he's about to time out. Okay, okay, sure. I mean, that means that I just do this then, I think. Cut the middle of the board while at least getting myself a little bit of brick. You know what they say in Wii Sports? You just play ball. That is what we're doing right now. We are playing ball. So road settle here is going to be first. Doubling back to the 8 is, of course, great, but I need the 3-1 if I'm not playing sheepboard. He opts to go for the 3-4-6 instead. Super greedy, but actually, this is scary if red gets to settle down. I'm gonna loosely trade a wood for brick here with red. This should go through, I think. Or with blue. I'd rather go with blue. There we go. Now I need another wood for the settlement. In some actualities, you might want to... I'm going to take this trade, even though it's not the greatest. I'm going to take it. But anyway, in actuality, the 8-10 might make more sense, but the 3-1 flexibility, because you make too much brick, is not so good. Nobody wants the 1-1, only the 2-1, sir. Okay, he sticks it with me. I now need to trade for a wheat. The concept there is to give red an early lead, because red is nowhere near any of my spots other than the 9, which is an irrelevant block. Well, it's actually relevant for blue, but unfortunately he rolled a 7. So it makes me look stupid in that tournament. Because I probably get blocked. I'm just hoping he routes orange instead. Oh, if I lose my settle... Okay. That's the hard part with cleaning out someone's hand, is if someone rolls a 7 immediately after, you're going to get hit. This is the main blocking spot. No wheat on the board, but I think we just send a message and hit the ore. I'm going to rob from red, though. Just because blue, if they have a knight, should hopefully not rob. Oh my god. I can't even... I can't even make a play. Yeah. I don't want the 8 being hit. Or at least not in the early game, not until I get my port. If I blacked everyone. Blacked. Black somebody now. Oh, it goes right back to the 9. That's so gross. I'm hoping I don't get plucked, though. If you do, just take the ore. It's 50-50. But we don't see a knight coming from blue's hand. I mean, I get it. Hit the 9. It makes sense, unfortunately. It's just red is so strong, right, with the build port. Or the built 3-hex. Like, double 3-4-6 with another 3-hex is pretty strong. I just hope he doesn't spread the love, because red is... There you go. Take the card right back from red's paws. That makes sense to me. They're just overproducing on ore. There we go. We finally hit our wheat roll. I'm just going to take the settlement if it makes it back to me. And then we're going to work on... nope, he's trying to get a city trade. Heck no. Oh my goodness. Why? Yeah, that's a huge mistake. No. Get out of here. Frickin' trick. Buddy makes... Well, I mean, he doesn't have a port, but as soon as he road settles here, or, like, works his way down, brother says, nah, trust me, I'm the weakest right now. That's so cap. Yeah, and if you're cleaning out his hand, of course you're gonna get robbed. Like, that was a city for settle trade. You don't need to be good. You just need to not trade red cities. I'm already playing a rough setup here, man. Don't need it to be any more challenging. Yeah. It is very obnoxious, but in his defense, he does have a 29% win rate, so I would believe him. But anyway, let's not make fun of Orange anymore. What are they talking about? Yeah, they need to make a way to private profiles. I never liked that it's all public information. I'm secretly a god, it says. Well, Mr. Secretly a God, how about you trade me some wheat? The gods have blessed me with a wheat. I mean, good news is, if I happen to pull mono, Red's hand is flooded with cards. But that also is bad, because if they're trading this loosely, they're going to push him to a point where we can't catch up. Because when it comes to burst potential setups like this, like, homie's trading 3-to-1s, and these are sticking. Like, I get Orange's position is really, really hard to come back from. But the trades they're given, though, really... And it's kind of hard when you essentially have no production established yet. Oh, and he just cuts him. I like that. I like that, though. And blue can be mad, but it's a strong play. This gives us 3-to-1 pop. Oh shit, Trick. Homie hit him with a 1-2 big punch. Yeah, I mean, Orange is going to be Road Clown more than likely. It's just the amount of trades that Red and Orange are doing kind of sucks. Like, he just gave him another city. Like, brother makes a million cards now. Unless you're cutting him on Sheetport. What the hell is this? You don't have a 3-1. Oh, dude. You can't make this up. Orange needs to cut this Sheetport, though. His brother's offering 9 wood. He's offering 3 wood now. Just 4-1. Stop giving away trades. Stop punishing me. I'm never gonna win this game. Oh my goodness. Go away, dude. He wants to give 2 ore for a wood to 4-1 the wood. Yeah, blue do that one. That's a good trade. His blue just gonna 7 out. Running low. He's gonna 4-1 buy a road. 4-1 his wood for a brick and buy a road. What did I say? What did I say? Oh my goodness. You can't make this up, man. This is peak competitive gameplay. 2 4-1s to maximize. Just give me a Euro Plenty or a Monopoly and call this game. Oh, dude. I can't do it for 1 card. I can do it for both. Yeah. I mean, I'll give him the 3-1 access. To me, that's not really a big deal. As much as frickin' 3 plus 6 just destroying the table. That's my main issue right now. Is 3 plus 6. Okay, we get Yop. Honestly, I might aggro Knight to see if I can get second dev. But I don't necessarily need to, I think. And this is a very loose road by orange. Red can very easily take this. I just have to embargo. That's 8 points with road. You just spent 3 orbits in a row getting traded a point. You know what? Just give me another card. Any other card. The game's gonna be over by then, Orange. You're giving him a point every single turn. There's no game to play if you're doing that. Yeah, and then blue just gets army, so my game is just crushed. He probably blocks the 6. But there's 2 6s, right? And there's 2 3s, so you can never keep them all blocked. Yeah, rushdown does not work when you have people that trade this loosely. It's terrible. I just gotta keep... And honestly, at this point, I think I hit the 3 instead. Because I need a Year of Plenty for a city. Even though I really don't want to do that. My production is too low. I just dropped the road here to cleanse my hand. There you go. I like you, Pixel Wave, even if you're going to take my army. I appreciate you. No, go away, dude. Go home. I might even block my own 3 at this point. What the hell is this talk? Oh, dude. No, go the other way, homeboy. Oh, that's not even what I'm saying. You need to connect the string. Oh my lord. You're still lead. It does not matter. I'm not gonna table talk anymore. There's no table to talk to. I'm talking to a brick wall. He doesn't even have any settle pieces left. So what's the point of trying to defend it? What I need at this point is I need to pull Road Builder to defend this side of the map with Road Builder through here. Otherwise, I'm in a very tough spot. Orange does not win this game. Like, they need city, settle, settle. City, settle, VP. Or city, settle, city. Like, I don't know. That's kind of crazy to me that they're able to just, like, get away with this with blue. We probably, depending on what cards are left, and even if we 7, we need to get a knight, and then we need to aggro for another knight. Because wheat rolled here, so 6 is a city for red, right? And they just get a settlement. They don't even need, they can BTT it. That's the problem. With this much production, the game is swayed in red's favor, even if orange defends road. And with blue establishing army, that forces us to play BTT when we have the least amount of production. So this is a very bad position to be in, table-wise. City is probably dropped here by orange. This is not looking good, ladies and gentlemen. He says C, but I'm very clear at what I see right now. I wonder if that means that I have to... Oh, I really don't want to aggro knight. What are his cards? Because I really don't want to take a brick. I actually want to take a wood, but I understand with what he's saying is that orange needs to be hit. But I don't have a spot to hit orange and red other than the 9. I'm actually going to do this. Yeah, call me crazy, but I think I stand by that play. It lets me double pop. And if it wasn't double pop, it would have been settle. He's 7s. I mean, that pushes army in our favor, but that's still only 6 points. And that's the problem with having a dead player in this position, is that we don't have somebody to take away the win con. Because red can BTT or road. We now don't want road in orange's hands because of how many points they have established. I mean, they only have Woodport, but again, the road is not safe. So the way that you win this game, the way you navigate it, is you force red and orange to waste resources on roads. And then you need to pick up army as well as city, settle, among other things. I think that is the only way that we can pressure this board. And any knights that we get, since we're no longer being robbed or stolen from, need to be aggressive knights for cards, or played in response to dice rolls against potential monopolies or winning rolls. Which in this case, the 5 is actually really strong. But because we lose army here, we probably have to just play knights to pluck wheat. Which again is really shitty, but that's kind of where we are on the table board right now. I'm gonna roll first, I think. It's not great odds, but I just have to hit orange again. I really don't like this. Like, if I could get a wheat. That's the thing, though, right? Nobody's gonna want to trade wheat, except orange. But then this pushes him too far. I can't. It's way too strong. I needed to get a second knight there. Oh, this is so frustrating. Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right, Swood, that I can't win. I can't win here either way. I need to take army, hold army, and build the rest of the points. There's no slowdown though, right? Isn't it just settle city or settle pop in orange's position? Because blue is holding army here. I can't pace it. Yeah, but mono robs. Yeah, I don't know. You're giving this table too much faith. This game did not go well for me. Mono Rob sevens and red fight red, yeah. I mean, situationally blue is, so. That's part of the problem, though, I think. Like, I can knight here, and it has to go to 5. An unblocked 5 is just devastating for the table. Fuck, dude. If I could get help getting a pop. Come on, Red. Come on, Red. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Do I do this? Do I do this? Ah, he's just gonna let it sit. The problem is I'm pretty sure blue has 2 VPs. The fact that orange didn't drop another road here is criminal. Six over-rolling for the comeback? Yeah. The thing, though, is that red just does road settle city, I think. Or pops for a VP, and then cities. But that means there's barely any VPs left in the deck, I think. I'm hoping he drew knight there. And what's booty is that blue probably gets a knight here, right? They're sitting on 2 VPs, realistically. For 8 points, and I can't pluck army off. So then orange... Yeah, oh, yeah, I definitely can't get army. Oh, you sucker. Yeah, I mean, army's locked. I can't do anything. I would need to pull a monopoly, so he's getting mad at me for getting knights to take his win con, but that is the only way I can win. I have to steal all the cards from a 6+8 is the only chance that I would have, realistically. Yeah, blue just locks army here. I'm just dead in the water. I couldn't get the cards I needed. Yeah, shut the hell up, dude. We're not feeding you extension when you're on 8 points. You can't make this up, dude. You can't make it up. Okay, so my best sequence here is praying that Brick gets monopolied, and then I have to double pop with 6 sheep. Oh! Oh! Interesting. If blue doesn't have second knight. Imagine blue has 3 non-knights here. Imagine. Imagine a non-knight in blue sand. It's gotta be mono brick. Yeah, it is mono brick. But if he doesn't buy a second dev here, imagine we can extend the game. Because if we get around to our turn, our sequence would be army, settlement, city. Or double settle, but I think city settle is probably going to be easier at this point. Okay, now he locks the army back up. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is Blue's game now. I can't win though, Swoot. That's the thing. I would need to BTT since I would need to BTT 4 points. I can't BTT 4 points with 2 VPs on red and 1 on blue. That's just not possible, I think. What is his last card? He burned all his bricks, so it's a non... It's a wheat, right? Or is it an ore? Either way, it's a steal for blue, I think. Okay, I can't count for shit. I thought it was a wheat or an ore. He wins without a 7 anyway. I have to do this trade and hope he 7s. I mean, I can't... Ah, fuck. I should have just taken it. I should have just taken it. He wins anyway, but the reality is I do the trade, and then I get a dev there. Yeah, see? See? Exactly. That's why I needed to take the trade. Damn it. Oh, that's so annoying. I should have just taken it even though it would have possibly guaranteed him win. That's so stupid. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. I'm especially annoyed because blue had a knight and a mono down. So if I pull a VP or a knight and the game extends another orbit, we actually have a chance. I should have just done the trade with red. I think doing the trade with red, giving me a pop, I pulled the VP there, and then it extends to us again. It's unlikely, but it's still possible to win, I think. Just lost track of time. Yeah, I mean, the issue is they kept giving him 1-to-1 cities, and then the game got competitive in the last half, but it's too late already. Like, you give him way too much in the early game. I just can't compete. I don't know. I think giving me the VP there makes sense, because the other two players can win with double city or city settle. They don't need VPs anymore. But if they risk